Yo, stop playing with your mic and your camera. Episode 201. We made it podcast. Thank you to the three people that are listening.
Thank you to the four likes we get a month that are not including me.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Actually, I realize what's held us back to some extent, but we'll get into that later if I remember. Anyway, episode 201. We made a podcast back in the building after the Champions League semifinals have been completed. And Caesar, don't think I forgot. Drop that Portuguese.
What is it again? 201?
Yeah.
So I want them to say it again so we can hear it. 201.
Messed it up.
No, I didn't.
Why it look like Caesar in his old apartment right now?
I know it's because the whole setup is the same color on the white wall. I don't have a camping couch anymore though.
Where's that white couch?
Yeah, that couch was dope.
Anyway, we made a podcast episode 201 back in the building. Yeah, we got a lot. I mean, we're gonna try to make this the shortest episode ever. It's not gonna happen, but we do have some stuff to talk about. The two Champions League semifinals, City PSG, Chelsea versus Real Madrid. We have our final set, but let's talk about these matches and what they mean. Today is Wednesday, May 5th, 2021. Caesar and I are both fully vaccinated completely. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're
For a while now too. Like, it's been a while.
I mean, we're like a month after being vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? My hands are webbed. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I mean, we on the road to that booster shot.
Yeah, no more of this.
This dude's stupid. Yeah, don't laminate your card because you get that booster shot.
Come on, dog.
Anyway,
this is why we only have two listeners.
Say what?
So that's why we only have two listeners.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you why. Anyway, City versus PSG was yesterday, Tuesday, and it was an interesting match. Obviously, everybody at this point knows the result, 2-0 to City. If you want to, like, I was live tweeting that match. You don't want to probably read it now because it's over, but you know what I'm saying? If you ever want to get the full experience of a match, go to We Made It Podcast Twitter, and your boy be live tweeting the matches. I kind of want to go back and read them to see if I laugh at myself.
It's so funny. Like the one about Hazard's brother's hilarious. I'm gonna have to go in on you. Lucky your brother's black. So funny. Like I'm doing it this month for you, but I will go in on you, sir.
Hopefully somebody looked that up. Like, does he have a black brother?
They probably looked at the picture. They probably looked at him and were like, yeah, his name is Thorgan. Kind of a hard name on the low.
Oh yeah. Anyway, City versus PSG. City won 2-0. Riyad Mahrez with the brace. Oh, that's what I was gonna look up.
Not 5-0?
I'm sorry?
Not 5-0, like you said in my stream.
Oh yeah, that was great. I watched the match. I want to say City pretty much dominated the entire time. It was pretty much a carryover from the second half of the first leg. And it was really, honestly, at some point I was just waiting for Mbappe to come in. He never came in. And it really just felt like Neymar had to do whatever he could by himself. Pep Guardiola kind of employed the tactic of playing hella midfielders, basically. He had Phil Foden out there. He had KDB out there. He had Gundogan out there. What's his name? Bernardo Silva out there. Like all these guys to like really keep the possession. And Riyad Mahrez is kind of like a winger, like I'll give him that, but he ain't like a step over winger. Like PSG just really couldn't get into it, and I feel like a lot of that was because their midfield is so poor compared to City, and Neymar was pretty much the only real creative person out there that's gonna really do anything. Verratti is a good player, but he's not gonna really like be a goal scoring threat to by any means.
Ever.
Like never. And also like Verratti, like I feel like Verratti's like passing power is so poor. Like I don't think he can switch play.
Okay, no.
No, I don't think he can.
Okay, I was with you till you decided to ride this man like he's not a professional athlete.
Okay, Caesar. Hold on.
Damn, what 10-ounce ball across the field? That's not what you can.
Okay.
You can't put it with zip to it, or you can't put it with like power
Okay.
in it to make it land faster. What are you doing to land faster?
This is okay. Can he switch play exactly? Yes. Hold on. Because you're gonna agree with this.
It's gonna be the longest episode ever because you're already talking absurd stuff.
Caesar, you're gonna agree with this. Watch. Look at this pencil right here. Can he? Caesar's not looking. Oh, you are. Oh, that looks weird.
Yeah, my camera's up here. It's weird. I know.
Can he switch play horizontal? Yes. But when you got to switch play when it's a little bit diagonal, because you got to put some zip on that. When it's a little bit diagonal,
do it, but I don't think he can do it. Like for example, can Cam Newton throw a ball far? Yes. Can he throw with oomph in it?
Not Cam Newton. Chad Pennington.
Yeah, Chad Pennington can definitely throw it very far, but is it gonna be like a kickoff, or is it gonna be an actual throw there? Is there gonna be zip plus height, or is it just gonna be a lob? Yeah, I think he could still switch play. I don't think he can switch play. Like he can't weak foot switch play.
Oh no.
But no. Yeah, he has for a short dude, he has no like power in his lower body. It's a lot of like nimbleness.
Like zero. Anyway,
he reached his peak 5 years ago, and I called it.
That was definitely all you. Yeah, you said he reached his cap, like his ceiling.
Don't give me other numbers. His max potential.
Yeah. His ceiling 5 years ago for sure. Well, maybe it wasn't 5 years ago, but oh no, you said that he did reach his ceiling 5 years ago, but obviously we weren't on the podcast 5 years ago. No, but anyway, I don't have a recap because I was tweeting it, so I don't have notes.
The tweets are the notes, right?
Like not exactly. Like the notes are way more detailed than the tweets.
Oh god, but at least more legible.
But yeah, I mean, it was a total domination by City. I like I wrote on Twitter, I don't expect PSG to beat City without Mbappe. Like I don't expect that at all. Mbappe is a really key player, but it's not an excuse for PSG because injuries and stuff happen all the time, and you got to be prepared for that. Like you don't really get to be like, oh, we only lost because Mbappe wasn't there. Like, nah, dude. Like you gotta like a good team can prepare for a good player not being there, and PSG is just not on that level against City. One of the things I want to really point out, though, as far as the match. Before I give some credit to City and before we both talk about what happens now with PSG, was the red card by Di Maria at the end of the match. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it? That was shameful. I was like, come on, dude. Like, really? Like, maybe it was a little racist too. It was against Fernandinho. You know what I'm saying?
I already know what's up with apart from just soccer rivalry, there's historical rivalry that there are some racist ties with certain people from Argentina and Brazil, how Brazil's been perceived in comparison to other South American countries, and how Argentina has perceived other countries, not just Brazil, other countries well too. There might be some ties to that. I thought it was very disgusting. I thought it was poor that Di Maria. Is my cat on drugs? Get out of here. It's Di Maria has signed another extension, and I think he needs to understand he's an ambassador now. Like at this point in your career, you're becoming an ambassador of PSG. You're ascending into like a historic player. You had amazing times with Real Madrid, won Champions League there, went to PSG, almost won there, flamed out at Man U. So you have a career behind your name. You balled out when Messi was retired or whatever. So he has a lot to his name. I thought that was disgusting. I thought, that kind of behavior towards any player is wrong, but when it's like towards Fernandinho, like it's just really weak and like makes me really uncomfortable because I think I'm gonna assume there's more to that. I'm sorry, dog. I'm gonna assume there's more to that. Now, I don't even want to hear about Brazil versus Argentina. I think it becomes color versus color at one point. Like I don't like that at all. So I really hope that wasn't his indication or his intention. But regardless, neither was better. Like it was just disgusting overall.
Also, there was during the commentary, I guess one of the commentators said something about Di Maria's Latino temperament made him do that. You didn't hear about that?
No, what was that part? What the hell?
Okay, so I famously watch the matches on mute. Like I don't watch the
Yeah,
matches.
I'm the wild comment catcher on the shows.
Yeah, I watch the matches on mute. So I also didn't hear it because I'm also live tweeting, so I'm not seeing like other people's tweets about the match. But I was also watching it on mute yesterday because I was watching Caesar's stream. We made it C's was he was streaming Apex new season. So that's what part of the reason I also had it on mute because I was interacting with Caesar. But yeah, apparently one of the guys said something about his Latino temperament that's disgusting and racist and ridiculous. Um, I mean, we've heard stuff like this before. I remember a couple years ago. I feel like it was the same episode the night we went to Nipsey Hussle's memorial. We talked about there was a Strasbourg player. I want to say his name was Da Costa. Um, he scored a goal or something like that. And did you get that notification too?
Yeah. What?
It's too stupid right now. Caesar's too much right now. What is wrong with this guy? You know it's some spam. Anyway, you're not done yet.
I messaged him.
You messaged him back. You
Look at the
accepted.
message I sent him.
Okay, hold on. There was another commentator in France who said like the guy scored a nice goal for a black guy. Sometimes these commentators be saying some ridiculous, reckless stuff. I don't know what's going to happen with Homeboy, but like I also don't want to take away from the fact that Di Maria did something disgusting, but at the same time, like that commentator should be fired for that because, like, aside from the fact that like players do stuff like that all the time. Like it don't have nothing to do with like where they come from. How would he feel if somebody said somebody's British temperament or something like that, or somebody's like Irish temperament?
And that's not even relevant either. Like, it's not even about what offends him or not, right? Based on his background. Like that doesn't even matter at all. What's important is that what he's saying is racist in general. Like you don't get to make assumptions on people's behaviors, moods, or temperaments based upon their cultural background or where they're born or any type of origin. That's not right. Um, because that behavior is not only very broad, it's something a lot of different people do all the time. It's not just specific to quote unquote Latin players. And even if he's like wouldn't be offended if someone said that about British guys, that's not up to him to be offended or not. So in life, we shouldn't have any prejudices or any kind of judgments about our behaviors or actions or emotions based upon our race at all.
Absolutely. Okay, Caesar. Also, check this tweet I just tagged you in right now because you seen that I said investigate Hazard. Look at this. You seen on Twitter? I said this. See if he's celebrating.
His traditional song, and what a fantastic performance, Michael. It was solid right away.
Do you see him? That's crazy.
I retweeted. Oh, word.
He's literally.
It's been like 2 years, Chief.
So I put somebody check if Hazard is celebrating. Yo,
Here.
yo. Anyway, we're gonna get into that in a second. But yeah, PSG,
He can go back if he won't. He probably can't crack that lineup.
right?
That shit, that lineup is packing heat. You ain't cracking that lineup, Chief.
Okay, well, we're gonna get into Chelsea match in a second. Don't start getting all hyped about it with that kitty tower behind you.
I can't go crazy.
PSG, I really didn't like the fact that Mbappe was dressed and didn't play. I mean, I guess that's some kind of like, oh, maybe he'll come out there, but that was weird. What in the world is Caesar doing right now?
Go.
This is really uncomfortable. Oh my goodness, man. I am so uncomfortable with whatever Caesar's doing right now. Also, I just didn't love that Mbappe was dressed and didn't play. But anyway, forget all that. Forget the match. It's over 2-0, City dominated. Caesar, the question is, what happens now with PSG? Out of the Champions League again. We've been living with this whole specter of Mbappe and Neymar signing their extensions, but they have not. What do you think happens? Do you think the big three at PSG, big four, I'll say. Well, no, big three, because
What do you mean? What happens? They do some extensions.
well, here the big three at PSG currently is Mbappe, Neymar, and Pochettino. Do you think that all three of them? I mean, sadly, is Pochettino. Sadly, do you think? Say what?
How's Tuchel's better than Pochettino?
I mean, they're all the same.
They're all regular.
Like they're all just a person there wearing a jacket.
Some of them jackets are really nice. But go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, you're trying to get me to go off topic, but do you think those three will be back next season?
At PSG, Mbappe, Pochettino, and
Neymar.
God, how old is Neymar? 28?
29.
28, right?
29.
Okay.
Mbappe's 22. And Pochettino's washed. All three.
I'm gonna say they're gonna be back one more year. I feel like they want to give Pochettino 2 years with these guys at least. What did Tuchel have? 3 years at PSG? I think they're gonna give him 2 years. I think he's gonna get another year there. And then I think if I'm Neymar, I'd be thinking about dirty 30. I'd be looking at that number dirty 30 coming up. And that's when I'd want to make a big move by then. Neymar's a millennial. He's probably thinking that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to hit 30. I can't be out here. If I hit 30 and it's still like this, there's no way. It's really hard pressed to go forward damn near 5 years at PSG not winning a Champions League final. That's rough. And his mindset, for him at least, he's thinking like, no way. And maybe by then there'll be some more financial freedom after they have a year of fan attendance and more money coming in. I think, that 2022 season, they said they're already going to have a lot of partial openings are going to be up and more fans being a lot of games. So give it another year, because I think a lot of these teams don't really have that money right now, and especially with that Super League money gone. I don't think those moves are really going to be happening right now. I don't think anybody can realistically kind of afford Mbappe right now. I don't think anybody can afford Neymar right now. So I think one more year, and then we got to crack him. But is Neymar's contract ending this year or next year?
He can leave this year for sure.
But it's not over this year.
You know what? I'm not 100% sure, but either way, they were wanting to, and they were claiming they signed the extension this year. So I would imagine that there will be a transfer fee if he leaves this season. Like, it won't be like he's leaving for free, but like it's time to make the extension happen. But check this out though, while you're going there reading with your little new glasses. I kind of feel like we might see Mbappe to Man City. I'm kind of thinking that might be the move. Caesar, City is one of the teams that has money. I just seen something recently.
I think you're looking at the wrong side of town.
No. I don't see him going to Man U. I don't see him going to Man
Man U
U.
over Man City, yeah, personally.
Caesar.
No, no.
He ain't trying to go back and play with Cavani again. That's not going to happen.
Cavani is definitely gonna be retired by the next try. You think there's 2 years of Cavani? You're drunk.
First of all, Caesar, Cavani's going to play there another season. We're going to talk about him later. But
You're gonna let him go.
although you're not paying attention,
I am paying attention. I can hear you.
don't play with me. I think that Mbappe might be going to City, dude.
I don't think so.
Caesar, I heard Mbappe speaking that good English. I heard him speaking that good English. I think he can also communicate in Spanish, but he might be looking at it like, damn, dude, like, okay, if he's going to leave PSG, does he want to go to a team? Like,
No, I just don't see it. Like, there's Sterling. There's too many. No.
Caesar. Okay. I'm glad you brought him up. Raheem Sterling played 5 minutes in the semifinals, 2 matches. He played 5 minutes.
I thought he'd come back from an injury.
I don't know. He was on the bench both games.
I thought he was coming back from an injury.
Caesar. Raheem Sterling was on the bench in both
Okay,
games.
Do you know if he was injured or not? Or are you just basing that Bobby's gonna come because of 5 minutes of Sterling?
Caesar, he was on the bench. It wasn't like he wasn't there. He was
Okay.
He was Caesar. I love Raheem Sterling, but
I don't know about this.
Caesar, I love Raheem Sterling, but Pep might be over it. Pep might be like, damn, dog, you talking about racism every week. What's the deal? You know what I'm saying? Pep is somebody who likes the players to buy into his system. Maybe Raheem Sterling is kind of coming into his own as a player and is like, I don't want to just be this man's slave forever. I can see Mbappe also Mbappe's parents is probably like looking at him like, look, we came from Africa. You know what I'm saying? One from Cameroon and the other one from Algeria.
The way you're reaching for this, you're bringing up what the family's saying at dinner. You're talking about what happened last Thursday at the cookout. The family came from Africa.
Caesar, his African parents, one from Cameroon and one from Algeria.
Way to break it down, huh?
They're gonna and what would you refer to him as?
Yeah,
exactly. Huh?
A coon.
Whoa. With the Q.
3 viewers. QAnon.
They probably like, look, Real Madrid be having financial issues and stuff like that. Florentino Perez is talking about Super League like we need it because we're broke. The one team that's always good, you got Man U, the fans busting down like January 6th siege. The one team that never got no financial issues is City. They're going to be fine. PSG is another one. But
and
like
Man U, they don't have no financial issues.
Caesar, but the fans are busting through the gates trying to kill people, doggy.
That's not financial issues.
Yeah, whatever it is, the Glazers out, there's issues there. City is chilling. They're winning the league this season. They're going to Champions League final. I don't know if they're going to win, but I can see Mbappe being like Mbappe definitely is one of them guys that's like, I want to be the best. Similar to Ronaldo. Ronaldo went from Sporting Lisbon to the best, Man United. He left Man United, went to the best, Real Madrid. Even after leaving Real Madrid, he went to one of the best, Juventus. Like, he's not trying to like lower his level. No. Not to say that obviously Real Madrid is a better has more status and more prestige than Man City, but Real Madrid got some issues. City don't have them same issues. You know what I'm saying? And as a player, you're gonna get bigger status playing in EPL. So I could see Mbappe being like, yeah, I love Real Madrid, but like, I want to go somewhere where it's like stable. They got an amazing coach. They got great players around me. Now, do I think that'd be good for Mbappe? No, I don't. Because that style of play does not translate to what he does for real. Pep going to see him do 3 stepovers and get him out of the match. Like, it's just not going to happen for him there. But I could see him going to City. But you say you could see him go to United more.
Yeah, I personally think I can.
Okay, well, Mbappe to Manchester, whatever.
Okay, he's definitely moving to England with that good-ass English.
Dog, I heard him talking to Luka Modric. I was like, damn, that was like 2 years ago. He probably only got better. He probably watched Friday a couple of times.
You watching Friday?
He probably watched Friday like 3 times since then.
Yeah, I think a move is happening for him. I honestly, as much as we always talk about Neymar going, I could always see Neymar just staying for good, and then for a while. I mean, not for good. Like I could see Neymar honestly staying to like 34, then going to Brazil or something like that. And then I could see, especially when they have Brazilian management there. There's like a lot of Brazilian players, and he has like maybe he's gotten really settled there with his life and family, I guess. And someone like Mbappe, you know, he's still young, transitioning and moving is not exhausting for him at the point of his life. Like he doesn't have like a child in his, he's just kind of doing his thing. So yeah, I mentioned it's really we're just gonna see what's up. It's how about this, Bam? Out of all these three options I weigh back at you, Neymar leaving, Mbappe leaving, or both staying, what's the most likely for you? You gotta
Ooh,
like
look at Caesar with some analysis. It's your fault, by the way, because you give it attention. Anyway, I see Mbappe leaving is the biggest option there.
okay.
Like you said, I see him like Neymar seems like he likes it in Paris. Like he'd be having the big parties. Paris is prestigious and stuff. Like,
Fashion week and all that.
yeah,
I
like
feel like
what are you
Neymar
gonna do?
takes good advantage of the sponsorships in Paris, like France. It's like really good for his like brand.
Yeah, what are you gonna only thing he could do is go back to Barcelona in Spain. He could go to England, but I feel like if honestly, if I'm Neymar, like don't go to England, dude. Like don't do it. Like don't do it, dude. Like it's just gonna
That'd be stressful for me.
yeah. I'd rather him go to.
Depressed. I'd be getting depressed by him there, especially if they start like getting on him too much. I'd be like, y'all are fucked up.
I'd rather Neymar go to MLS than the EPL.
I'm not gonna.
At least he'll be celebrated. Um,
Okay.
but like, what are you gonna like? He's gonna only option he has to go back to Barcelona, and I just don't want like that's kind of lame to me too because it's kind of like tucking your tail and going back to like the place that like you.
Or yeah, or what if something happens to Messi and he goes Barcelona? Messi's gone. That'd be gangster.
No, yeah, I'd be down for that, but I kind of
Barcelona, Messi gone. That'd be hard. I'd be like, that's kind of real.
yeah, but I think Messi's gonna stay.
Me too.
But yeah, I could see what's his name, Mbappe leaving, and yeah, I could see Manchester United too. Like either way, I kind of feel City a little bit more, but I don't know. Like maybe he's looking at Madrid and being like, yeah, that's cool when y'all are good, but like, is that where I really want to be? And yeah, actually, yeah, let's just get into Chelsea versus Real Madrid. Match happened today. Chelsea versus Real Madrid. Chelsea with the two. I'm not going to recap it, obviously. Chelsea with the 2-0 win. Just in the match itself, I don't really know what the hell Zidane was thinking with that formation, with that lineup. I don't really know, dude. Like, I don't know. But, like,
Wildin'.
the only excuse I could give him, this is the only excuse I could give Zidane, because I want to give
Go ahead.
I want to give Zidane an excuse. I like Zidane. I think he's a good coach and he makes good tactical decisions. The only thing I could say is like he wanted Hazard to play, and like Hazard is a big money transfer. Like he has to play. So, like,
And it was against Chelsea too.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like, I don't think Hazard can really play on the wing like that anymore. Like, it don't really seem like he got that swag anymore. So I feel like Zidane was like, we'll just kind of like make the formation so you're like behind Benz, and Hazard was like Bale absent. Like he was just absent, dude. Like what the hell? Like he didn't do a damn thing today. The best play I've seen him do was like draw a foul in like a decent area. That was like, okay, that's good. Like,
He looked like he was late on every ball. You know what I mean? Like when you're out of form or like out of shape, and then or like just something, and whenever the ball's coming, it looks like you have to like really work to get your touch going. You know what I mean? He looked like that. He looked like when you give Vinny the ball, you feel like he's already made a decision on which direction he's going, and he's already has a half a step on a defender. At no point did I see Hazard have a half a step on anybody. It looked like he was fighting to retain possession to pass it. And I scream tweeted, I can't believe I'm saying this, but stop passing the fucking ball. Stop passing the ball, dog. You know what he should have been doing? He should have did like Neymar, just took a bunch of abuse again. He might have needed some abuse because either he has no confidence in his injury, in his body after his injury. He doesn't know how much he can withstand because he just gets injured every week and by snipers. So now it's like you got to really go out there and take a lick, dog. You got to take a lick, and he took one. He took a lick from Christensen in that first half, and then I was like, you know what was funny? I remember that happening, and I remember putting myself in his shoes and thinking, okay, I just ate that. Deadass, I feel good. I'm about to go hard now. Like, that's fine. That's a lick. He studs up me from the back. Hey, I'll be like, stretch my leg. I'm like, all right, let's go. He didn't go boom. He just stayed like this, stagnant. And honestly, dog, like I even was here advocating. Maybe Essential is a better option for him, but it doesn't even look like he doesn't have good positional placement awareness to be a silky cam. Like what make cams in that role like that behind bends, what makes someone so good, like a Modric so good, is Modric is really good at having hustle to getting in all the places, and he knows how to position himself kind of next to a person like Benz. Hazard has no idea how to do that. Vinicius knows how to do that. Even Rodrigo knows how to do that. But Hazard has no idea. He never plays with them. He's kind of in and out. He has no chemistry out there. And he literally looked like, you know what he looked like? Another example, he looked like a tryout. You know what I mean? Like when you bring someone up to try out for your team, you'd be like, oh, he can play like he's a play, but he's just not really fitting in. Like he's not really fitting in right now. And I'm with you with Zidane. You know, I think he's one of the greatest coaches of all time, in my opinion, top 3 ever. One of the top 3 best coaches of all time, hands down. Especially on the way to being number 1 if he becomes a national team coach. But I definitely think he was just trying to start Hazard by any means possible. And he was like, but I don't want to bench Vinicius. How do I put him out there? And how do I get space for both of them, but not bench Vinicius? God, I cannot bench Vinicius. And it sucked because the one thing he did is put Vinicius where I hate that he is on the field, is the right side of the field. You know what's funny? When Vinicius did that pretty good left cross, I actually felt bad for him. I was like, yeah, that sucks. Like, he has to resort to being 2-footed just to make this happen. And I'm like, I'd rather put Hazard on the right side because Hazard hasn't shown me any kind of lethalness from the left. You haven't shown me what you're bringing. So if you're going to be passing and move around like that, stay on the right and not give the ball up. And I'll put Vinicius on the left where he sits up top just making problems happen. And it affected Benzema. Benzema was you saw how deep Benzema was, dog. It was like, this is not him. Like, he's not going to be doing this. He's probably too tired to do this. This is too much. It was a rough beginning. Like, that's a rough lineup to come out with. And I agree with you. He's just trying to start Hazard because they kind of have to.
Dog, like exactly what you said. It was exactly how I felt. Like Hazard, you could tell like he just hasn't played with them. He was just running around and just like getting the ball and just passing it back. The only time I seen him do a move was we going backwards. And it's like, I don't care, dude. Like you just did it going backward. That's cute. Like you made the defender do something, but you're going backwards, dude. There was never a time, and honestly, like I don't even think I've seen him do this the entire time at Real Madrid. Get the ball, square up a defender, and make a move on him. And like maybe he's done it 2 times.
I think he did it on 1 goal, like way back.
Yeah, like way back. But he didn't do it 1 time this match.
No. He
like,
didn't make it go, ooh, I didn't do that 1 time.
No, he was so out of place. And it really sucked because
he's on vacation.
It really sucked because what ended up happening is that because of this formation and because Hazard was just like not involved at all, it made it so Militao and Nacho had to be on the ball so much, and
No.
Casemiro.
Couldn't believe how much possession Militao and Nacho had to have. It was making me the worst thing out of all that, it became Barcelona with Vidal. I'm like, damn, are they gonna run my boy Casemiro ragged out here? Casemiro making boom runs up the middle like he's a 9 because they're trying to make something happen. Like these defenders are desperate to create where the other guys aren't creating. Like no one's able to create. They're clamping bends. Hazard's making nothing out of it. Vinny's on an awkward position. So people like Nacho are having ton of ball possession. Militao, who I'm going to say this real quick. I want to give that dude a hug. I want to give Militao a hug because
He played well.
And he played well because he had to do more than what's ever expected of him. I've seen dramatic improvement in his game. I will give him credit. He looks like he's dramatically improved. He used to look shaky and scary, and I know the tweet is so real because when he touches the ball, I'm like, ha. But I'm like, no, dog, you've definitely been training and working. You've been working back there, and the time he's had off, whatever, he's been grinding. So big ups to him because he looks like a solid defender. He honestly looks very similar to Varane. Like they almost have a very similar kind of play now. Maybe playing around him. You see, he's even his athleticism. I saw him jumping a couple times. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, what is your vert, man? So he did his thing. He tried to make offense happen. There was a cute play where him and Vinny almost had a give and go, but he didn't go. He go and stopped. He was like all sad, like my bad. I was like, he doesn't even have to do that ever. And he's like thinking about having to go damn near run from end to end now. So I felt for him. So they really tried.
And where's Hazard? Where is he?
Where's he doing the give and go, Bam? He's not doing any of that. He's not creating a space to the right to boom it left. He's not curving his nice curve shot. None of that.
Caesar, I like Militao. Like honestly, I feel like he's like man of the match for Real Madrid.
Absolutely, I'd give him game ball for the team for sure.
Like he did so much more with the ball going forward. Just like not even like going forward in the other half, but just like moving the ball forward than Hazard did, like so much more. Like I really feel like Hazard, and this happens. It's not even like this never happened before because I used to feel like this with Bale sometimes too. But it's a little bit different when you have a winger that's like not trying to get involved because it's like how like and I've only really noticed this with Real Madrid. I remember when for like clear examples, Danilo, Hakimi, and Bale. I've seen Real Madrid play and not want to pass them the ball. Yeah. Like literally, like we're just don't pass them the ball, dude. Like they're gonna mess it up. They're gonna miscontrol it, and
very evident.
Yeah, like, and I'm not even trying to clown those players except for Bale, but like Bale is getting clowned. But
yeah, no, for sure.
But like I've seen Real Madrid play, and it's like Hakimi's playing so bad that they're just like I've seen Cruz just like look at him and be like, no. You can kind of get away with that with a player that's playing on a side, like that winger playing way up there or like the right back. Like you can kind of get away with that. But Hazard is positioned in the middle of the pitch. And it's like, you got to get involved, dude. Like you have to get involved and be confident on the ball or it messes up the entire chemistry.
I agree. And how far into the recap are you right now?
I'm not like exactly recapping it, so go ahead.
Okay, I thought that also the subs were kind of dodgy a little bit. And you know to be here, anybody know the show? Yeah, like I'll give love to Zidane, but I have no problem calling out even some of my favorite players and coaches. Like I love Zidane, I love Real Madrid, but I didn't like the subs. I thought it was very, very safe, and I think that this is the one time you can go hard. If you want to keep the formation you have on the field, right? What's the player you would take out for Hazard that's on the bench for Real Madrid right now?
Rodrigo.
No. If where Hazard was on the field.
Isco.
Isco, like, and I'm thinking the connection is missing where for the creativity right there in between bends. Give it to Isco because Isco does way more retention than Hazard. But he also creates space and danger. Like, I would have put Isco in. I would have subbed out Vinny, put Rodrigo in. Rodrigo can run around the right side of the field doing nothing if he wants. It's fine. And I'm sorry, like Hazard, like he even gave Hazard more time. He kept Hazard on. I'm like, I I love you, Zidane, because I know you're a true players coach for doing that. Like you're a real dog. Like you're right. He did that so people like me could do that. He'll take the blow for that. Like that's a real one. Like he's a players coach, but that cost it might have cost Real the game, to be honest with you.
Oh, it did. Caesar, the first
Go ahead, man. Yeah.
the first subs was Valverde and Asensio for Mendy and Vinicius Jr.
It's like he flipped the Valverde Casemiro sub. I'm like, great. If you want someone to take Casemiro's spot with more speed, energy,
No, Casemiro still on. No, it was
Casemiro subbed out later. I'm saying,
yeah. For Rodrigo.
For
Rodrigo.
But I'm saying like he subbed out. He put in Valverde in, but took Vinny out. I'm like, okay, it would have been fine if he took Casemiro early off and put Valverde in, because that you could just swap position and Valverde has more speed than Casemiro, and that might make something happen. But you took Vinny off, who was actually probably the only other person doing something up there.
For Asensio.
But he was doing something.
For Asensio.
I'm like, man, we know what Asensio's deal is. Like, if anything, I would have rather him be like, you know what, Benzema's hurt, Asensio going to striker. Like, fine, he can play there. He's pretty much just a fake Dybala anyways. So measure run around up there. So it was weird. It was like the first Real Madrid L I felt nothing for since the first year Ronaldo left. That year Ronaldo left, I already knew Real Madrid was going to win Champions League. So I'm like, say what you want, but you're talking to a team that won 3 in a row. Like I know what a down year is. Y'all don't. I know what a down year is. You know, there was a time period when Real Madrid had the Galactic team. They won no Champions Leagues. So you can think all you want, but there's been time periods of this. So that was fine. But this one was like, you kind of were doing, there would have been ways I would have took this L better. Like, and I spent agreeing with your tweets. I thought Chelsea was a fantastic team from the back, how they played with Rudiger and Thiago Silva. I thought they were phenomenal back there and dangerous. Rudiger being like a talisman, getting his Piper on up top, like unreal. These cams running around, just so comfortable. Havertz, dangerous. Mason Mount, dangerous. Just danger all the time to Real Madrid.
Freemason jar Mount.
Freemason jar Mount, you know, I don't have my Mason jar here, but yeah, Freemason Mount out there, and then Pulisic coming in and doing extra damage, you know. It was rough. It was rough.
I mean, your boy Tim Thibault Courtois had some great saves too.
As much as we clown Courtois, he's had games where he balls out.
Tim Thibault was.
If you don't test Courtois low and wide, he will show you why he's one of the best keepers in the world. I will not disagree with that. He's big. He can jump around and stop. And if he spreads some legs out, he's going to get the ball. Real gangster strikers know how to get past Courtois. Like real thug strikers, like a Ronaldo knows how to get past Courtois. Havertz in them. I watched one of Havertz shot. I'm like, dog, this shot you took. I hate criticizing striker, but I'm like, you didn't thug it out on him to do it. Like if you pump that joint low with your left foot to the right, you would have scored it. But you did a cute left thing. He's gonna get those all day because whenever Courtois slides to someone, he puts left knee down, right foot out every time. So why would I ever kick it on his right side? You got to kick it on his left side because that's the open gap. I mean, I hate that I know that, but Havertz, if he would have goal, he would have scored that. He would have scored like 4 goals today if he did that.
Tim Thibault Courtois was thugging him out.
Tim Thibault steady getting jobs, Courtois, yes.
Yeah. Tim Thibault Courtois taking that knee on him. What's the name? Yeah, the subs weren't great, but to be honest with you, I just feel like Zidane was kind of like, we're not going to beat them. Chelsea's really athletic. You can tell they're like conditioned really well.
A lot of speed.
A lot of like Rudiger's fast. A lot of like, and then you got Freemason Mount and like all these guys. They're like Timo Werner is like super duper athletic.
And to be, I'm not even making an excuse. To be fair, and they're healthy. Like they got a team. They got their team out there. Like we all know what the Real Madrid team was this year. There was like they broke their team record for different lineups. It was insane. It was like every time it's someone new, people coming in and out. Hazard literally played I think 5 games this year. Like it's insane. And the 5 game player I'm sorry, he deserves to get ripped on today. Like you could tell there's no acclimation with this man on the team. It's like he spent 2 years on the bike instead of 2 years in the gutter, like working. Like you're not gonna tell me he spent 2 years watching film. You're not gonna spend me 2 years, even when he's injured, out there kind of walking around, feeling it out, or really steady being a student of the game. I'm not telling him to go and do that, but you could tell he didn't do that because when he came out there, like we said, it looked like he was a plug and play, right? It even looks like sometimes when you see Asensio, he just kind of running around out there, like playing a little bit. And even Asensio has more give and goes and plays with the team because he's played so much. But Hazard, I haven't seen it, man. I really, it becomes crucial for Real Madrid. How is it worth keeping him financially or to get rid of him financially? I know what the worth is, but do they know what the worth is? And can they do it moving forward? I mean, it's hard for any team to go watch this and go, yeah, we really want Eden Hazard, right team. Like, yeah, we'll pay a lot for him.
Also, like what you're saying about Asensio at the very least can do that very left footer thing and just like cue up a shot from outside the box and boot a left footed curler.
They can cue up from that angle that's annoying for a right footer to get that.
Uh,
That other side angle, they can get a nasty kick from there.
Every left-footed player can do that.
Every single one. Even Courtois could shoot that joint and make it look nasty.
Exactly. Hazard's not even doing that. I don't remember him having he had that one shot from like behind the damn bar almost like on the side. Like he had one shot which was like it was like basically just to get a corner. He like never creates shot. I mean, I don't want to get all into just how bad he's been for Real Madrid, but I don't want to say he cost Real Madrid the game, but like
he contributed nothing toward helping them win.
If I gotta say one thing, like what cost Real Madrid this match, I gotta say Eden Hazard. Like he's not even playing. Like he's literally not even there.
He shouldn't have played at all. He should have actually set the whole year up. To be honest with you,
might as well.
You should only be playing those Granada games they just played or whatever, or Elche, or working your way back in. There needs to be a value almost that with Champions League where it's like, dog, actually, you know what? I'm talking out of turn. I know Real Madrid is very much believes in their chances of winning La Liga this year. Maybe they're like not even trying to do that either. Maybe they value La Liga over Champions League. I don't know.
I don't think so.
But I think there was something to the story of, Eden Hazard playing for Chelsea. They're fighting Chelsea. They're down. They're down on away goals. We put in Eden Hazard. Comes out like a dog to show him what they missed out on. He's gone. That didn't happen. That's a movie. That's not real. He's absolutely to blame because he was put onto the lineup and other people had to sit and adjust. Damn near the lineup was adjusted as a result of this.
And also, look, man, do we need to investigate? He looking real happy after that match. Real happy, son.
And to clarify what we even mean by that, it's like I'm not mad that like you have friends, that's fine, but there's a code to me in competition. I've played games against many friends in my life, people that my boys I have people that I was actually excited to play against because they were almost a rival. Like I was excited, like I see them somewhere like a party or whatever, but hey, like nice, but when is that day? I'm not your friend. Like I'm here to win this. I'm representing what I'm wearing. It. I would hope Hazard had that dog in him. Like, nah, man, I'm here for this. Like I left that bum ass club. I'm here now. Y'all won one ever. I'm here with the 13, buddy. Like I'm here to get it cracking. And he didn't show it was like levels. And afterwards, like there's people out there on your team that like their time is ticking, man. Like Sergio Ramos, his time is ticking. He's trying to submit himself as somebody after Ronaldo's gone, right, on the club. Like he wants to make his own name for himself. There's people like Cruz, Modric. Their time is ticking, so it's not all cute for them. I'm glad you're having a good time. You could do that last year, but it's been 2 years now, dog. There's some of the people you never played with, man. There's some new people in there, buddy. So I don't know why you're being all chummy with the new folks for. I don't know what that's about. Like, what if he wants to go give Conte a kiss on the head? I'm down. Like, y'all played together, that's fine. Many years. I'm like, what the hell? Like, you're cute with Mendy. That dude just got signed from like some random leg on team. Like, what the hell? Like, what are we talking about? So that's whack to me. Big investigate. Or we made an investigation on that one.
Caesar, I'm reading the comments on that video, and people are mad.
Yeah, that's whack as fuck.
Some like I'm like, dog, like go do that inside the tunnel. Like you're
it's almost like, I hate to be this guy, but it's like professionalism. Like,
yeah.
what are you doing right now? People care about this. Club lost money. People care.
Caesar, your teammates are upset. Like Nacho don't have no friends on Chelsea. So it's like your teammates are mad.
Yeah.
Like they're just mad.
It's like when if you're a call at work and you posted a bunch of pictures at Disneyland. Like, what are you doing? Like
people
care?
People were relying on you during the match. You did nothing. And then after you just
the last sub.
And then also you're just hamming it up after. So your teammates are going to be mad, and they're going to be looking like, damn, dog, like Nacho was over there like dead tired at the end. And you just over there laughing because you didn't do jack. And then the team that you still love and care for is won. So some dude was like, dude doesn't give a shit, man. He's just at Real Madrid to collect a paycheck like Bale.
And I made the comment earlier. You know what? It looked like he was on vacation at Real, right? You know what it is? It's like the mentality. You know what they talk about some players where, like, we in scouting, there's so many levels of scouting a player. The most penultimate one is a great player and like elite, right? The difference between that is they're never satisfied with what they have. Like a Ronaldo, like what makes a Ronaldo or a Kobe or those guys ridiculous? They just never fucking satisfied. Like it's never enough. They just keep pushing harder. So when you see someone who achieved almost everything at Chelsea, right, goes to Real Madrid, talks about being his dream club, now it sounds like you got complacent. Instead of you saying, no, like I wanted this today. It doesn't look like that when you're chummy, because I don't want to overanalyze. He didn't look dead tired. You know when you see those games Ronaldo played and Ronaldo like damn near red, like he's dehydrated? Like, I don't. Why weren't you looking like that, dog? What were you not running enough? The T was looking mighty floppy and chilling. He wasn't grinding hard. I should have seen his jersey like full of dirt. He had a white jersey looking nice and clean.
Caesar, you know what's a good example? Like, how many times have you seen Neymar play against Brazilian players and they are on the pitch fighting? Like, they are like having hella issues. Like, I've seen literally see Neymar be like.
I've seen Lucas Paqueta and Leon damn near take out Brazilians on PSG before. And they're both Brazilian national team players.
And they're going at each other.
How many times have you seen Fernandinho damn near murder Neymar?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's not a dog. They know this, that there's a separation. Yeah, that's great when we get there. And I'll deal with the ball right now, but I'm trying to win this fucking game, Chief.
Yeah. Eden Hazard just don't really have that dog in him like that.
No.
And honestly, I don't really feel like he got any friends at Real Madrid either. Like maybe he just don't like nobody.
And I feel that too. I mean, it was like I watched his first day there, and I remember scouting, watching the Real Madrid practices, and I came away impressed. Obviously, I talked to him many times about it. It was Kubo. I was like, damn, this Kubo kid is the best player, and I'm seeing the new guy. He's the best player I've seen right now. Like Hazard, I'm like, he just looks kind of fat, and he's like giggling around the reporters, but he's only hanging out with Bale. When Bale's gone, I'm like, okay, did you try to learn Spanish or you just kind of just started chilling? I'm not saying it's always hard to obligate someone to try to learn another language. I'm not saying that, but what was the deal this time period? Maybe he's just getting really lonely and bored. Like he might just be talking really to nobody.
Well, Caesar, I know he speaks French, and there's a lot of French speakers on the team. So I don't think the communication thing is the issue. I just feel like maybe like this is what I truly think. In short, I think that he got there. He saw how good those players are from top to bottom. It probably made him really insecure and just like, I don't want to say depressed, but like just kind of like, damn, like I'm not who I thought I was. Like I was the man at Chelsea, and like I'm here in these practices, and there's some like 17-year-old Japanese kid that's like running circles around me, and he
And
speaks Spanish.
yeah, I'm like literally, I'm not even being dramatic. Like I'm like, damn, I know everybody at that practice knows what I was seeing, what I was seeing. I'm like, you know what it is in a practice. You know what it is. Like when there's a kid or something really balling, you go, shit. Like,
Caesar,
you can
Caesar,
feel it in the air.
Caesar, I remember this is, I mean, short story, but
Go ahead,
I
go ahead.
remember, I remember playing football in high school, and I remember there was like this dude that we kind of knew. He like transferred to our school, and like he was like kind of like a swole, like he, I mean, you know that kid that's like, damn dog, like how old are you? You like too swole for high school, dog. Like he's coming down the hill, he got a do rag on, like he's all big and stuff. We're like, damn dog, like who like is he? We knew him, but we hadn't seen him in a long time, kind of thing. And so we're like, damn dog, like, all right, practice starting. He started playing super uncoordinated, like he can't play sports at all. So like, okay, like never mind. But practice is not just for the coaches to assess players, it's also for the players to assess other players.
You not only you there's a lot of relationship building in practice.
Caesar, you're gonna see, like, yeah, like you said, they saw him in there. They're probably like, oh shit, you know, Eden Hazard, like we seen him, he's a baller, like damn dog, you know what I mean? Wow, oh man. They probably was like, it's not really that serious. Let's just do our thing. And Isco also, I'm sorry, Eden Hazard also gonna see players like Isco and Kubo and Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo and Nacho and Ramos, and like he's seeing like the defenders, and he's like, damn dude, like this dude is like better than me. Like what the hell? And that probably ruined it for him.
Absolutely. You signed someone for 130 million, what the hell it was. And the guy that's impressing you is the kid that was like 1.5 million from Yokohama, Japan. Like the dude was playing in Japanese league, in a league that's a 52-year-old. Like he was playing on that team, and he's the guy coming in because I always said the best practice players are Nacho and Isco. I watched those practices. I did not think to myself, well, damn, Eden Hazard's way better than them. Like he just looked kind of regular. Like I've watched practices where Isco's damn near doing like Pele. Isco be looking like Maradona on damn practices. It's insane. Okay, I'm never gonna stop saying that. He's the greatest practice player of all time. And damn's a legend. I mean, he's the nationally capped player. But yeah, I was just watching Kubo. Like, damn, that kid's like crazy good. Like, there's good. And you're like, okay, no, that dude is insane. Like, can we keep him? And they didn't. But at the same time, you're like, yeah, watch Rodrigo practice. Okay, that guy's really good. Like, he has talent, crazy speed. Vinicius, I don't even gotta say it. So it's just levels to this. I think that a lot of Hazard's issues are almost his. We talked about this with Bale before too. I was a big Bale fan. I've had wars with you on this podcast about Bale. And I literally said it, and you were absolutely right at the end. But I did agree with you on one thing where I said it's there was like a lack of confidence in himself and his body at some point, and now he's just all the way shot. But before there's that transition period post injury where you even a little bit of you like there's a struggle you have with yourself after injury for building confidence and putting pressure and weight on the same body that was injured before and the same leg or whatever. So Hazard, I don't know what kind of nicks. That's why I said in that first half, when he got rocked by Christensen, that's supposed to be the hurdle. If you can't pass that hurdle, then it's not going to come in the game.
Caesar, Eden Hazard has not had no real injuries. Like there's a difference. There's a difference.
Like a tear too. He's had like he had like a weird thigh one.
Like Caesar, he's getting like thigh contusions and like little like calf.
Whenever I read those, I'm like, that's crazy. A guy taking him 8 weeks to get off. Like, what the hell?
Like, I'm not saying like you can't. Those are injuries, but it's not like something where it's like messing with your confidence.
Yeah,
like, no.
Honestly, he's not. If he busted his ankle hard and he's all like, well, damn, this can take him. Like we did with the Mbappe when we're completely wrong on like that.
Titanium ankle. But anyway, it's all Hazard's fault, and I'm gonna make that the title. Really quick, so we got the Champions League final on May 29th. City versus Chelsea. I might even boycott it. No, I'm just joking. I might just live tweeting. I don't really care that much. But yeah, I'm not really too excited about that. We'll get more into like a preview of it later on. And also tomorrow, Thursday, we'll have the the Europa League semifinal second leg. Man U destroyed Roma 6-2 in the first leg. The god footballer, the best center forward of all time, Edison Cavani, had 2 goals. I don't know what the hell is you laughing at?
All time.
Not some dude who spent half his career injured. Not him. Not some dude with a hair.
Not the guy who scored like 8 goals in the World Cup. Not that trash.
Nah, that's back in the day World Cup. Not the dude with the not the dude with the little hair patch right here. Not him.
I don't know why you apologize. I'm like, that shit slapped.
Cavani in the first leg against Roma had 2 goals, 2 assists, and he won a penalty. This man is 30-something years old. He was named Player of the Month for Manchester United. Like, are you kidding me? He's so good. Caesar, you know what really makes me mad is they don't talk about assists.
What? What's up?
They don't talk about assists enough in football. Caesar, Cavani had I want you to see his assist to Mason Greenwood. Dog, can you go look? Can you go look right now, please? I think it was the 6th.
Honestly, Bam, I did. I saw the I know. I honestly saw it. I saw it on Twitter. I promise you.
Caesar, you have the memory of a hamster. I need you to go.
This is the longest episode ever. It's damn near an hour and 10 now. Why are you doing
Caesar, can you just look at it right now? Can you just look at it? Because nobody talks about assists. That was one of the best assists. You like outside of the boot passes. That's why I don't. It was the last
goals in this game. How much scrolling I gotta do?
Caesar, it's the last goal, I think. It's the 6th goal, I think. It's at the end.
8 goals in the game.
To turn the damn audio down. Caesar, they do not talk about assists enough. Cavani's over there. His assist for Bruno Fernandes was gorgeous. Like, out there balling. And also, I think Bruno.
Hold on, shut up.
Okay.
That wasn't even an assist. Oh, wait. That's fucking sick, actually, dumb. That's really dope.
This is your number. This is a center forward, dog.
Do this again. That's something I would do. That's so nice.
That's so far too.
I love Cavani though. I miss him honestly.
Caesar, they didn't even talk about that pass when I seen the analysis. I'm like,
can you talk about like for Atletico Madrid to be saying like how incredible he is?
Oh God, dude, it's annoying.
I'm so happy he didn't go there. I think Atletico Madrid would be so good instead of Suarez. They'd be unreal.
That's kind of true.
I'm so happy he didn't go to Atletico.
Me too. Because I gotta watch them.
Yeah.
What's the name?
This dude Felix would be having a great time up there with Cavani. Oh my God,
Caesar. If Atleti does not win the league, I'm gonna have a whole episode trashing them.
I'm so down.
I swear to God.
I'm so down. I'm so down. I'll put a Atleti flag behind me on the show.
If they don't win the league, but if they win the league, I'm gonna be really mad. But if I'm gonna be mad. But if they don't, I'm gonna have a whole episode trashing them because I'm gonna know why. But anyway, first leg 6-2. I don't imagine Roma coming back from that. The second, and also Villarreal beat Arsenal 2-1. Both teams had red cards. Second leg's tomorrow. Kind of excited for that. I would imagine Man U's going through to the Europa League final, but we'll see what happens with Villarreal and Arsenal.
It's like I said, back because I was so happy he got back in form. He got hurt again.
He didn't start.
He had scored like consecutive games. I think it was 3 or 4 consecutive games in a row. I was super happy. He scored in the Europa League. He scored in 2 Premier League matches, and then he got hurt. I was like, no.
I don't think he's played last
He's been
match.
balling ever since Aouba been kind of working his way back. He's been balling, but he got injured again.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Balling.
I know that he did not play last match. And he wasn't on the bench.
He's still injured. That sucks.
Yeah, and Odegaard has done nothing. But anyway,
you know who's good Arsenal?
Ooh.
The Sacco kid. Damn. was a baller. He's way better than Odegaard.
Of course. Are you kidding me? Anyway, we made a podcast episode 201.
Shortest episode ever.
Shortest episode ever. All Hazard's fault. And make sure you what's up?
Follow your boy on Twitch. Twitch.tv. We made it C's. We're gonna try to get Bam to do another FIFA stream again this week. You know what I'm saying? Division 6 gang.
But yeah, holler. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to Caesar. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Skirt.